in this video, I want to go over creating versus documenting. Now, the barrier to entry on social media, video, or YouTube, I feel like it feels like it's becoming increasingly harder and bigger and taller to get into the game. People like to overthink, they like to compare themselves to others, and a lot of the times that results in burnout or just not doing anything, inaction. Now, when it comes to actually producing content, so many people are like, oh, like, what do I do? How do I produce this? Do I need a videographer? Do I need to work with this person or that person? And documenting versus creating are just two different ways of producing content. And I really want to frame this to make this extremely easy for you guys because we did this today. It's actually on my story right now. This won't be when this video goes live. But what we did was we're sitting here. You know, we have weekly standing meetings every single Wednesday, which I'm sure you do, you know, at your offices as well, things like that. We have our laptops in front of us. We're dialoguing on things we're working on, you know, exciting news, whatever it is. And then we're also like recording videos. So what I did to start our recording day was I took my iPhone and I put it up on an iPhone tripod at an angle, and you know, in multiple different spots. But the point being is I just had a running iPhone video capturing what we were talking about. We weren't looking directly at the camera. We had no script, no preparation. We were just having our weekly meeting like we do. And we always talk about how we always have really high energy, valuable conversations, and we often aren't recording. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dang, I wish there was a fly on the wall. So it's basically like a fly on the wall is maybe we
weren't creating content to that camera. We were just documenting what we were doing here to this camera, for example.
Exactly. You know? And that's exactly the point I'm trying to make is we're just documenting, capturing what we're doing, and then I'll clip up in post, or our team will clip up in post, the best moments or sound bites. So I didn't pay any attention or energy to this phone over here the entire time, but it captured our conversation. We have a lot of good sound bites that we can now use for social media, all without having to do anything other than just being mindful or aware of, hey, all of the conversation, everything we talk about today could potentially be content. So there's so many different ways to create videos, whether you're looking directly at the camera, you have a script, you're working with a videographer, you know, you're doing Loom. We just made a video on Loom. It's a screen sharing software. There is so many ways to show up, face to phone, selfie style. Documenting is an extremely good way to lower the barrier to entry and decrease friction in the video creation process, because a lot of us get hung up on so many different things, and simplifying it is what's going to allow you to be consistent. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on the whole idea of documenting versus creating, but documenting is extremely powerful, and we've gotten pretty good at that as well.
Yeah, we have. No, I just think it's an easy way to make content. You know, like of course, if you're, you know, strategizing and putting videos up on a YouTube channel, for example, you want to have a strategy behind it. But what a lot of people don't understand is that like you are the content already. You just don't have a camera running.
Spot on.
Right. So that is all documenting is. You are already opening doors for people as an agent. You're already probably trying to shoot some video, writing a weekly newsletter, stuff like that. Like even content that I didn't realize could be multiple pieces of content is content. For example, I send my weekly email, and last week, you know, in this same meeting, we were like, why am I not like shooting a short form about the same exact topic? It's another post a week, you know. So that is kind of documenting. Like it was over here, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just like say it again over here. But yeah, no, the easiest. Matter of fact, Hermosi says this too. Maybe he's not documenting it in real time, but one of his favorite ways to get content ideas is to just look at the last week of what he did on his calendar and then talk about that. Yeah. You know, like past experiences. Like you don't have to come up with content. You already are the content. You just have to turn a camera on and talk about it.
Yeah. And really like the best advice, action steps you can do to do things like this is look at your calendar, know what's going on for the day, and look for opportunities that you could just set up an iPhone on a tripod. Maybe you have a lav mic and you can just document or capture what you're doing. It could be anything. There are so many ideas. I mean, heck, you could even set up a phone right here. If you're on a Zoom call, a buyer consultation with an out-of-state buyer, and you just have a camera right here that you're not paying attention to, that's just recording everything you're saying to this prospect, that could be content, you know, informing them, educating them, things like that. And all you had to do was just be mindful of the things you're doing and then just capturing it. So looking at your calendar, looking for opportunities to do that will really simplify the process and, you know, help you continue to keep things in gear.